Hello,
Hi,
where are we?
we are in Miramare,
In?
Trieste.
We're technically in Italy now. It's very near Slovenia. So we're exploring the
Coast.
Miramare by foot, and then we're going to have a city tour of Trieste later. Join us.
Join us.
Miramare Castle. Going on a hike again. Lots of climbing.
Officially, well, Trieste officials say that the expenses are about 900,000 euro per month.
Wow.
So they have paid something like 20 millions already for maintaining of this yacht, and they have tried already to sell it, but without any.
Miramare Castle and Park.
Yeah, so we're entering the park area. It's about 22 hectares, basically quite a big one. So the time we have, we
Lavender.
can spend here quite a lot of time. It's blossoming almost every time of year, all year round, and it's almost completely evergreen. Of course, the park and the palace we're heading to. Used to belong to Maximilian Habsburg. Maximilian Habsburg was the brother of Austrian Emperor Franz Joseph. Many Austrian noblemen, aristocrats, used to own the property here on the coastal side of Italy, Slovenia, Croatia. Well, basically because it was Austrian coastal line and it was not that huge. So they used to buy property, build some estates and so on.
Not the
From the very
palace,
beginning,
this is
it was a guest house.
Castelletto. Guest house. Not yet the palace.
Wow, just a guest.
I want to stay here as a guest.
You want to be a guest there?
Yeah. Nice.
Well, this guest house still remembers like sad stories. I will tell it. The thing is, Maximilian Habsburg was brother of Austrian Emperor. He was navy. He was a navy. Was a navy officer. Went into few travels around the globe. He was also a botanist and brought lots of different kind of exotic plants here to Austria from his travels. And after he got married, he decided to settle himself here in this area and bought a plot of land and commissioned a Vienna architect to build him a palace over here. As for planting of the very park area, he did partly it himself. Well, again, he was a botanist and he enjoyed working with plants and planting park and so on, even though, of course, he commissioned special botanists for this either. Netherlands for the wedding of Maximilian and his wife.
Oh, that's a castle. Wow.
Yeah, and on the left side here is the palace.
Palace. Wow, nice.
On a frame of evergreen
Yeah.
vegetation, built of local limestone, which makes it almost completely white, at least very light.
Nice.
built on the very edge. Well, not on the rock, but still on the very close to the sea. Eventually, after a few months of, not even months, it was years of this war events and so on, French had to withdraw their forces, and Maximilian, with some troops, faced a huge army of Republicans, was defeated and eventually killed there in Mexico. His body was sent back here to Austria. He was buried in Vienna, but his fate was not that pleasant. That my husband was kept, something like this, and she was kept there. This is correct. This, yes.
All along, she thought that the husband was still in.
Yeah.
Alive.
Exactly. Flowers. So the relatives. And then after World War I, and when this area was occupied by Italians, became part of here till the times when they decided the fate of Trieste. So it took them long, all these negotiations, whom to give, Italy or Yugoslavia and so on. So there was according to some legends, the palace is a kind of haunted place. I mean, Maximilian died. One of Italian counts who owned the castle died in British prison during World War II also. And when this was
I want to have a palace like this.
forces, there is a legend that one of American generals, when he came here, he decided not to stay inside the house, but asked for a tent outside to be put outside the house. So he's not going to live in this palace. That's more like a legend. Inside nowadays there is a museum. Dedicated to the owners, lots of furniture, lots of history. By the way, it's perfectly preserved. It's not that old. I mean, it's 19th century. It's not like a castle from 13th century or something like this. But it's in perfect condition. 7, 8, it's quite cold. And of course, it takes time for the water to warm up. This is why on the coastal side it is windy. These cargo vessels are standing. There is copper just behind. Copper is already Slovenian. Okay. To the left. Actually, not behind, but to the left. So Trieste, and just from another side of the cape, there's copper. So it's Slovenia. And the far point, there is also a long, like a long cape, it's Croatia. So we see 3 countries: Italy, Slovenia, and Croatia. From this point.
Italy, Slovenia, Croatia.
Globe, we would see Venice from this side, but you know, it's behind the horizon.
So that's the Croatian side. And if you go this side, it's already Venice, somewhere there. So this portion is actually also Italian side. Interesting.
Anche da qua guarda che bello.
the garden over there. So for those who want to visit the museum or go inside the palace, here's some useful information. Tickets are 12 euros. 20 for the museum and another 2 euros for the botanical garden.